as I've mentioned, this issue isn't new. For 1,300 years, no one spoke against it. Okay? Why? Because back in those days, all of these adolescents was not known to them, either your child or an adult. And Islamically, if the person, the girl or a boy, physically, mentally ready to get married, there's no harm with that. Okay? So Aisha herself, she was happy with the marriage. Prophet Muhammad was happy with the marriage. Their society was happy with the marriage. So why people would like to speak on their behalf? But in our time, yes, it changed. Our time, 11, 12, they're not like before. As I've mentioned, back in those days, a boy that is 11 or 10, he was a king. He was Yazid, Zayd ibn Thabit, or Zayd ibn Usama ibn Zayd. He was 16 or 18. He was leading a big army against the Byzantine. In our time, you don't do that. You see what I'm saying? 18 is still in the college or 16 in school. So back in those days, it was completely different. And what is the problem with these guys like him, Allah guide him? They have this white supremacist mentality. That if we, in Britain, we say it is wrong, therefore every country in the world has to follow our way.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Because in Africa, Christian countries, they got married at the age of 14, 13. Maybe me, my parents say, no, I don't think it's okay. But who me to go and impose my way on them? You understand? Or in Asia, or in Caribbean, Jamaica, St. Lucia, you understand? Barbados, Pakistan. So that's the beauty of Islam. Islam is a system for everyone. That's why in Islam, there's no an age of marriage, 16, 18, no. If the girl, she's mentally, physically ready to get married, then khalas. You understand? Walhamdulillah. سبحانك الله وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. You, after you said Afghani, many Afghanis contacted me and they say we are free from him.
No, just one.
They are free from you. Afghanis are free from you.
When your people say they're free from you,
You are crazy. They don't use their brain.
and you
Huh?
do.
That's why is the question.
My question is about fasting. You said about girl. Girl should fasting at 9 and boy at 15. Why and girl is weaker than man, weaker than boy. Why she should fast at 9?
Who said the girl has to fast at night?
Yes, these are all Muslim countries.
Where is it? No, the
In
girl.
Afghanistan we have this.
But brother, Afghanistan is a beautiful country. I have many Afghani brothers. I'm
should change
Afghani,
it, yeah?
mashallah. Afghanis are real, mashallah. They're good people, mashallah. They love Islam. But you don't speak on their behalf.
No, of course. I
And
am
Afghanistan
Of
or
course I
Algerian
am.
culture is not Islam. Islam, when a girl or a boy reach the age of puberty, then the Islamic obligation becomes wajib upon them, compulsory. Some boys, they can become reach the age of puberty before 15, or, depends, And not just age of puberty, also the physically you are able. For example, there's people who are old enough to fast, but they cannot fast. They have a medical problem. In Islam, they don't have to fast.
Yeah, in Afghanistan
And
we
that's-
should change it, yeah? From 9 to 15, yeah?
But this has changed, brother. What are you talking about? I said Islamically speaking.
Yeah,
Islamically what? Speaking.
yeah.
When a person reaches age of puberty, that's when the Islamic obligation becomes wajib upon the person. But sometimes there is more than that. Not just reach age of puberty, khalas. For example, there's people who are old enough in their late 20s or late 30s, but physically they cannot get married. They cannot fast. Okay, they cannot fast. Islamically, they don't have to fast. They don't have to fast. And this is the beauty of Islam. Islam, it teaches you to, Islam came with mercy, not to make it harder upon the people. If you are sick, you don't have to fast. So you make it up. If you are traveling, you don't have to fast.
Yeah.
So you can make it up after. Understand? Also, if you have a what do you call it? Disease that is what do you call this?
Permanent disease.
Permanent disease, you don't have to fast, but you feed the poor people. Do you understand that? So when you look to Islam as a whole, it's a beautiful religion without any doubt. But what's happening now, people are taking some bit and piece from Islam, which in our time is changed. And they say, look, because I fear in the future, the people, they will say, imagine the future, as I was telling you, in the future they say it's okay for a man to get married with his mother. Then they will come to us, they say, Islam is wrong. Because Islam tell you, you're not allowed to get married to your mother. Then we see some Muslim try to justify it by saying, no, there is in the Quran something like that. No, we don't change because people are changing. No. Yes, we change. make planes, make helicopters, no problem. But we don't change about some clear-cut issues. You understand? That's why the beauty of Islam, we have objective yardstick, objective criteria. Understand? So when a person might say, what about Prophet Muhammad when he got married to Aisha? Prophet Muhammad when he got married to Aisha, he never told us everyone has to do it. That was that time. Even maybe our time, some people do it. I don't know what countries. Understand? My point is, if you're going to harm a girl, then it's haram. If the girl physically, mentally ready to get married, then there's no problem with that. As for this age, 18, 20, this age is not universally agreed upon. As I've mentioned previously, some countries different. But us, because you grew up in this country, or you're born in this country, then you've been affected by the culture of the country. But you cannot use the British culture as a criteria for the whole world. Likewise, you cannot use Western liberalism as a criteria for the whole world. You understand? How that is clear? Because people try to say, are you justifying pedophilia? Pedophilia is forbidden in Islam. It's haram in Islam. But again, what is pedophilia? Now, if you tell me pedophilia is 16, I tell you, who are you to define? If she's 16, she's a woman, khalas. In some countries, maybe in your country, fair enough. In your country, okay. But don't try to impose your way. Harming children or harming anyone sexually, physically, mentally is forbidden in Islam. Let me repeat it again. Make it clearer. In Islam, harming people sexually, physically, mentally, psychologically is forbidden. The Messenger of Allah said, لا ضرر ولا ضرار. Do not harm yourself and do not harm the others. I will finish with this because some people try to twist my speech by saying you justifying pedophilia. That is incorrect. Okay, rather those gang groomers, those who are grooming children or girls up north in Islam, they have severe punishments. You with me?
I want to tell you one thing. You said many Afghan people, they message me, I am free from them, yeah? Free from me, yeah?
Yeah.
I am individual, I am free from those religious Afghani who talk nonsense, they don't know about nothing. Yeah, I am not representing all Afghani people, you know, I am individual because I talk only about myself. About
Yeah, but you know, it's not a joke.
not about representing all Shia,
Look. What I noticed. No,
my family, they believe in
hear me
Quran,
out.
they have no doubt.
When you can look. As Abdullah. He's not Christian, Abdullah. Wait, listen to this. Listen to my point. Listen to my point. You have to hear. Look,
I have to ask you.
Yeah, no problem. But when I answer your questions, you have to accept. Not accept in a way. I'm saying Allah gave us intellect and natural inclination, okay, and other senses, yeah, in order for us to utilize them. That's why in the Quran, Allah said about those who did not use their intellect or their senses correctly. Allah said they are blind. What does it mean? What does it mean they are blind? No, they cannot see. They see, but they don't see the truth, or they turn away from the truth. So Allah called them is like a blind person. You understand? So what I would say to you, Islam makes sense. However, However, some people when they come to this country or they go to America, they get affected. Understand? Of course, we have to be just. In this country, when it comes to what they call it, technology, they are way above many nations, without any doubt. Understand? That's how it is. Understand? But we are proud of our religion, and alhamdulillah, you are in Britain, because in Britain you are allowed to be Muslim. You are allowed to practice your religion. You understand? You don't have to change your religion to give you passport. They can give you passport even if you are a Muslim. You understand? And I have mentioned this many times. The best country in Europe for the Muslims in Europe, Britain. Wallahi, France and other countries, it's very hard for the Muslims. But we have this crazy man in London Bridge try to make it harder on us. That's why you see me openly saying that a man from London Bridge is a crazy, mentally disturbed person. He has nothing to do with the teaching of our beloved Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. Yes, Prophet Muhammad said fight in the war. But that war is a praiseworthy war. The war that removes oppression and corruption. But the war, you go and kill innocent people, children, babies and women, that is forbidden in Islam. Do you understand that? So do you understand that? سبحانك الله بحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك بارك الله فيك.
إذا أعجبك الفيديو لا تنسى الإعجاب والتعليق، ولكي يصلك كل جديد اشترك الآن.